Ready? Hey!
There's our oyster.
I just see excitement and their eyes open. I mean, if you sit in a classroom and open a book and say, you know, here's the food chain.
Said that little tiny circle thing is the hot.
They may understand it, they may see it, but they don't really care. I want them to love it.
How do they make like the little pearl things inside them?
Like I said, it's segmented and it's kind of succulent, like a cactus. And if you're brave enough, I'd like you to take a little piece of yours off and stick it in your mouth. What does it taste like? It tastes like salt. All the plants that live in the salt marsh have to find a way to deal with the salt.
Does anyone know what this tree is? Anything that I could teach inside the classroom honestly can be taught outside the classroom. Everything that I teach about, whether it's from photosynthesis or butterflies emerging from their chrysalis. Good sight, who saw that? They will remember far more about what I teach if I can show them it happening in nature. Digestion, what do you mean by that?
Like the animals eat it.
Yeah, like a bird would eat this, or maybe an animal will eat it, and then when they excrete, this will get in the ground.
After it was raining, we saw like lots and lots of birds. Now I realize that after like rain, more birds come out since the worms, they come outside.
Yeah, that's a robin.
They just finished a 2-chapter session on geology, but it's a completely different thing to read about it in a book and then come out here and be able to see the mountains and see some of the different types of rocks that they're learning about.
You're going to be teaching students about science, you're going to be teaching them about natural processes. The easiest way to get that information over to students is to have them be a part of it.
I think the kids love being outside, and hands-on is the way to go. If the kids are touching and smelling and seeing and tasting, and that's the way they learn the best.
We found crayfish, tadpoles, frogs.
Even a turtle.
Yeah.
A big turtle.
Does everything have a place? Yes. Everything have a purpose?
I use nature as a teaching tool, and I use nature to teach poetry. We want our students to be critical thinkers and to practice those higher order skills that they will need in every step of life. And what being outside does is that brings a freedom. They have to make inferences, they have to draw conclusions, and nature is a perfect way to teach them how to make those inferences and draw those conclusions.
Coming outside is just natural for children. It is their environment. It is where they learn from the time they're toddlers. So why not make that part of their classroom? If you're doing measurement, why not measure for a garden? If you're doing writing, descriptive writing, why not go outside and look at something real to describe and use adjectives? If you're doing science, it's a natural type. But if you're doing social studies and you want to find out how has this area changed over time, how has the environment changed over time, why not use the environment as the context for that learning?
We're going to pour the water down to the drain to see if it leads into the stream, which will lead into the Patapsco River and then eventually the bay. So if it does, and people are putting all this bad stuff into the drain, it's eventually going to lead into the bay.
It gives them power. It makes them feel like, wow, I can do something that really is going to impact the world.
This is a crane fly.
Did you see its white tail and its white head? That's a bald eagle.
And a lot of birds in the net.
First we have to undo its claws.
The birds fly from Argentina and South America each year up here and live here for the summer, have their babies and raise them. Then they'll fly back in the winter and stay there 6,000 miles from there back. These little birds fly.
Okay, Jake just put a tag on this butterfly. If this monarch makes it to Mexico, we'll be able to know that it's one that we tagged in St. Louis.
All right, who wants to get wet? I want to get wet. Okay.
I think studying about the environment is really, it's a survival skill. Everyone benefits from it. The students will use it hopefully in every choice they make for the rest of their lives. What car they drive, what paint they put on their house, how they heat, how they cool, how they operate their businesses. It's basic as reading, writing, and arithmetic.
For the pH, It's really close.
In a few years, they are going to be our voice, and it's my job to make sure that they have the right tools to use that voice.
Truly, if it is not these children, who will it be?